It's the start of remote learning, and I wanted to give you a little bit of talking to about that. But then I realized you guys aren't worried about this. I mean, you're pros. You know where stuff is found in the Canvas announcements, baby. Everything's in the announcements. Gone, go to the announcements. Here today to learn with all of us, go to the announcements. You're going to find your warm up that you need to start the class with and everything else that we do. It's all there. It's so easy, and we're so good at it, right? So I know that you're not worried, but look, I want to give you five tips to help you to one, learn optimally, and two, enjoy life optimally. We're really talking about getting as much as possible during your school hours so that school doesn't just like invade and bleed into the rest of your life. That's what we're after. Okay. So tip number one, I I I have to sneeze. No, I don't. Tip number one, when you're learning, you want to be ruthlessly eliminating distractions. Actually, you even want to do this before. Think about where you're going to do your remote learning. What's your space like? We've all got different spaces, don't we, for remote learning? So just think about yours. How can you minimize external distractions like the TV, other noises? Maybe you're going to have to put in earplugs or headphones to distract other noises. Where's your smartphone at? You really want that thing out of your face, out of your room, even if you can. I had a student years ago who was so serious about making sure that she didn't ever study an extra second more than she needed to, that she'd put her phone outside of her bedroom door and shut the bedroom door when she was studying. Her parents knew, okay, she's studying when they saw that device out there. But that's what we're talking about, getting rid of distractions before they become distracting. Don't rely on self control. You don't want to use up your self control for this. No. So eliminate those things out of the room as much as possible when you're trying to learn. Why, Mr. Stewart? Because then you can go to those distracting things when you're done learning and just enjoy yourself, enjoy life, be happy. Don't try to do both uh, distracting stuff and school at the same time. School will take forever, and the distracting stuff's not as fun. Tip two, show up just like you would a normal day of school. Don't cut yourself any slack. You want to go directly to your next Zoom when you're after class. Get in there, get logged in, and then go ahead and turn your video off, turn your audio off, and go do whatever you want to for a break. Okay. But then at the very start of class, you should be there, video on, ready to go. You're doing this to psych yourself into focusing and getting as much learning as you possibly can out of those class times. That's going to increase the likelihood that you get more done, more learning accomplished during the school day, so that after the school day, it's just for you. That's going to be your time. Okay. You can enjoy life doing other things that aren't school related. We want to be 100% pushing ourselves at all times when school is in session during remote learning so that school doesn't bleed into the rest of our life. Tip three, contribute. Don't detract. We don't detract here. We have no detractors. If you have a question that's class related, that's relevant, ask it. You can ask it during the whole class Zoom. You can place it in the chat during our whole class time. I'll stay after I'm done teaching you at the beginning of our class period. I'll just be there on the Zoom. You can just ask me then. Or you can click the inbox in Canvas and compose a message to me. You can ask that way. But if you got a joke, if you want to be distracting or funny, save that for a different time because we're trying to be intense. Of course, distracting behaviors are going to result in bad things. We don't want bad things. But if you do end up being a distraction during our learning time, you know that I'll just be non-emotionally doling out the consequences for that because everyone's got a right to learn. Everyone's got a right to focus. So let's just be contributors. That'll make us all happy. And it'll motivate you. It will. Contributing is motivating. Tip four, be in touch with me if you have any problems. You can click that inbox link on Canvas on the left and then compose a message to me. That's a great way. You can also do it during Zoom. Come on, you know how it is. I'm here for your success. Is that me in the picture? Could be. I could have a suit. You don't know. Tip five, bring intensity. I'm talking about fire in your belly, fire in your heart, lightning in your mind. So, in order to help you with that, you got to do things like get enough sleep at night, go to bed at a decent time. I know you don't have to get up and go on the bus or get in the car and go to school I know you don't have to do that stuff, but still you want to trick your body, trick yourself into having enough energy. I guess it's not really a trick, is it? You're going to get energy from sleeping so that you can show up on time. In between your classes, I'm talking about that 4th to 5th hour split. You know what I'm talking about? Maybe hit some jumping jacks, do some push-ups. You could come back to school totally ripped from all these intensity breaks that you're going to do. I also like to imagine that I'm punched in for a job using an old school time card. Like when school starts, I'm punched in for a job and I'm there to work. I'm there to work because in this job, if I do my work, do it effectively during the time that it's allotted, then I'm able to do other things, other enriching things after work is concluded. So remember, our objective is during remote learning to learn as much as we can. That benefits us in innumerable ways, but also to enjoy life. I want you doing both of those things. And you know what I think about you and me? We've got this. That's what I think. I hope that you all take care, and I can't wait to see you in the Zoom.